Hey y'all, how you doing? What up my little Reiki babies? So today I'm going to be explaining time and space to you from a cosmic perspective because the only perspective that we have so far on Earth in the general public is the perspective of a high scientific perspective where most people don't understand it. Like me even starting off saying time and space, I'm sure that you were like, what? Time and space? Yeah, okay. So by the end of this video, you're going to have a more physical understanding of it, okay? Where you're gonna be able to visualize what's going on. Okay. So I want you to imagine Earth like a snow globe. There's somewhat of a platform, okay? And then there's more of a dome shape, okay? A dome-ish type shape that keeps us inside. It keeps the atmosphere inside. We know the dome shape as the electromagnetic field, okay? That's what, science has told us it is, correct? But remember, I'm gonna be explaining it from a spirit level so that you can have a better understanding. So, what we just explained is somewhat of a terrarium or a fishbowl, okay? So do you have the other visual? So we've seen the images of Earth, you're looking at it, looks somewhat like a fishbowl, okay? Or if you've had a fish tank, something like that, where there are beings inside of this closed encampment, okay? So when you go to sleep, right? So imagine yourself laying on the bed. When you go to sleep, your spirit body or your astral body floats out of it, okay? That's when, usually you end up blacking out or something happens like that, and then you're just in the dream, okay? So that time period is when your astral body slips out, your consciousness moves from physical body to astral body. Then you go to the fourth dimension. Some of us also go to the 5D, but for everyone, we'll stick with the 4D. The fourth dimension is an exact copy of the 3D, but it's all made of etheric spirit energy. That's where our Passover loved ones go. That's where spirits, different, whether they're high vibrational or lower vibrational, this is where they go after they don't have a body, or if they never had a body, this is where they exist, okay? So, you float out of your body. You go into what people call the dreamland, but it's really the fourth dimension. There are 7 sub-layers within the fourth dimension, okay? So there's 7 different areas that you can go. The lower area is gonna be more nightmare realms because that's where the lower vibrational beings are, so they're gonna be messing with you. The higher level of the 7 within the fourth dimension, okay, the 7 layers, the higher level is gonna be like party dreams, fun dreams. You see people from your past that you haven't seen in forever. You see new people, you're manifesting and creating things. So then when you're done in the dreamland, the reason why we go there is to program what's gonna happen next in the day. That's why it's important to remember your dreams. And also so that our astral body can charge up energetically, like it recharges. In the 3D, on Earth, our physical body is also recharging, but our astral form and our consciousness has to leave it for it to be able to charge. It's like you have to stop being on your phone, plug it up, and leave it alone for it to charge at its maximum speed and capacity, okay? And then when you're done, it's at 90%, 100%, you take it off the charger, and then you're using it again. That's very similar to what happens with our astral bodies when we dream. So, after you're done charging up, your body calls back and says, hey, I'm ready. So your astral form leaves the dream world, or something can happen, like you can fall off a cliff, or something can happen in your dream where you'll pop back. But so our physical body summons us back. And when you get summoned back, you're getting summoned from no time, because there's no time. Like that time is not how we record anything in the fourth dimension or anywhere higher. The 3D Earth realm dimension is the only place where time exists. Space exists everywhere because that's what we move through, just like how fish move through water, okay? So you slip back in your body and you open your eyes. That is you waking up in time and space. The only way to be on Earth is if you have a physical body to wake up into. You wake up in time and space. If you're going to move around, remember, because space, like I was saying, is like water, but air is a better example of what space is like that we move through. As you move through the air and you move through the space and you do things, you speak, even when you're sitting there thinking in your 3D body, time is moving, okay? And when you move through time, or this watery space, it ages you. Time plus space equals age, okay? If there was no time and space, we would never age and you would stay a baby forever, okay? So this is the point of why it's important to have time and space. And also, let's just say that there's somebody doing a bunch of evil on Earth. They can't stay for 1,000 years because in our body, when you wake up moving through time and space, you age. Some of our bodies, the more indigenous bodies on Earth, which is an older, longer timeline and bloodline and body line than people that are mixed with different bodies, our bodies age slower because we've been on Earth in these body types from this bloodline for millions of years, okay? There are certain bodies on Earth that have only been here for 100,000 years, 10,000 years, okay? So what we have been taught about time and space is not only a scientific standpoint. That is literally what we exist in when you open your eyes and your astral body and your consciousness has come back, or clinked in, as I like to say, like clink, like when you come back in. This is the way that it really works, okay, with all the different perspectives, because most people don't even think the spirit form is real, but yet we all dream. But you don't dream in your head, and even if that was the case, how are you envisioning it? What are you using? What eyes, what body are you using to envision this dream realm? Okay, so this is just more proof of we are all in this, we all dream, we all wake up in our body, because we are not the body. Your body is your vehicle, okay? It's how you're able to use your body to move through time and space and affect this world. That's the whole purpose. Why though? So that you can affect this world, have your experiences, grow and learn, and then upgrade into the new angelic God, goddess forms that we are becoming, okay? So I hope that this explained a little clearer what it's like when we are in time and space, so that you have a better understanding of who and what you are and how this world operates. Because many people are confused about age and they want to look younger and all these different things. It's all an energy thing. If you can learn, I learned how to do it through Reiki, Odin Reiki specifically, but you can learn how to harness energies from the higher dimensions, bring them into your body, which is what I do in the majority of my videos for you all. And then you stop aging as fast because you're bringing energy from outside of time. Because remember, when you go to sleep and you're in the dream realm, you're not in time anymore. When you wake up here, you're back in the fishbowl. Time exists again, okay? So I want you all to just be able to calm down about what's going on. Age isn't speeding up, it's actually slowing down, which means as time speeds up, okay, space increases because we're doing more and we're all expanding. So everything is actually slowing down in a way while it's speeding up. I hope that that didn't confuse you guys. I don't want to add more concepts onto this, but just in general, I just want to ask, do you feel a little more comfortable about what time and space is and how we move through it? Because, like I said, we're all a part of this, and this is supposed to be fun, not something that stresses you out and anything that causes you pain and anxiety, okay? We're all here. We're all going through the ascension. We just have different bodies that we're in, and different bodies have different abilities and different purposes for being here, okay? But remember, the focus is supposed to be you, your body, your chakras, and unlocking that, so that then you can help unlock the people that you love, okay? And in my case, it's everyone on Earth, all of you literally, okay? But that has to do with me and my body bloodline and what I've discovered and why I'm here, okay? So I love you all so much. Have a great day, and I hope that you understand this a little bit better, okay? Bye.